Hey guys, Tony here. Yeah, back to do a video, something I haven't done in a while. And I have to admit, I've been inspired by all the 30-day vinyl challenge videos going on. I believe a handful of VC members are doing these videos. And while I'm not going to take the 30-day vinyl challenge right now, although I probably should, what I would like to do is to continue my series of just my record collection series, which I started a while ago and it sort of fizzled out. But I'd like to continue that, and inspired by the 30-day vinyl challenge videos, I'd like to keep these as short as possible, a few minutes. I've acquired this reputation of making these long videos, but anyway, so as often as possible. I'd like to tell you it'd be every day, but I can't promise that, at all. So as often as possible. I'm going to pick one record and sort of, spotlight that record. And I'm going to be all over the place here, so, we'll just see how it goes. Some I'll probably be able to talk about a little bit more than others. But either way, here I go. The first one I've chosen to sort of talk about here is a favorite, especially for this time period and the type of album that it is. And Donovan's Sunshine Superman. Such a great record. Still sort of underrated in a lot of ways. It doesn't get the credit it deserves. Now, Donovan, prior to this record, was a folkie, very much in the tradition of Woody Guthrie or Bob Dylan. And I think Donovan probably suffered worse than any other artist with the Dylan tag, Dylan clone tag. But they both had the same influences. People like folk singers, Ramblin' Jack Elliott and Woody Guthrie being a big one. And I believe Donovan was fond of saying that he was not the Scottish, or maybe he's not the British Bob Dylan, he's the Scottish Woody Guthrie, or something to that effect. But anyway, so the two albums prior to this one, it's his third record, were very much folk albums. But that all changed with this, probably because of the Dylan tag, but also the era. I mean, swinging London at that time, but also working with producer Mickey Most, who was sort of a hit maker, hit producer for a lot of the British bands at that time. And with him and sort of his pop sensibilities, they created what is an early psych masterpiece. I mean, it was released, I believe, in the summer of '66. Same time as Revolver, which might have a lot to do with why this doesn't get the sort of credit it deserves. I would say this is more psychedelic than Revolver, personally. But yeah, it's a killer album through and through. It's every song I like a lot. I mean, the hits are Sunshine Superman and Season of the Witch, but there's tracks on here even better than those, in my opinion. Ferris Wheel, which is playing now, is just such a great song. Bert's Blues, which is a tribute to Bert Jansch. But The Trip, also a great song. Guinevere, The Fat Angel, which was, I believe, a tribute to Mama Cass. So the themes are sort of like, he's definitely obsessed with sort of the Middle Ages, let's say. So there's a lot of themes going on like that. And the use of Mellotron, very tasteful use of Mellotron. Heavy at times, but still really good. Sort of lends to that effect, but also the sitar, a lot of sitar in this record. So the themes I would say would be, the Middle Ages and LSD, because it seems like the songs, if they're not about the Middle Ages, are fairy tales, they're about acid, but still, just such a great record. I love listening to it. I don't listen to it as often as I would like to, but still a great record, and one that deserves to be in every collection, in my opinion. Donovan probably isn't for everybody, but yeah, I love this record. And Jimmy Page plays on, I believe, just the title track, Sunshine Superman. But yeah, such a great record. And this is the Sundays reissue, which I've had and been playing for a while, but very, very recently I came across a pristine original US. This album wasn't released in the UK, by the way, as this album. What happened was there was a contractual dispute with the different record labels. And this and Mellow Yellow were only released in the U.S. originally, and then later on, this was released in the U.K. An album called Sunshine Superman was released in the UK, but it was like a composite of Mellow Yellow and Sunshine Superman. So because it was released later in the UK and wasn't the albums that he had sort of created, it probably didn't have the same effect as it would have, but you know, that's probably open to debate. But anyway, a pristine original US mono pressing in just gorgeous shape. There's like nothing wrong with this. Very, very well done, except for the sticker. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, mono on Epic Records. Yeah, whoever had this was in a collection where somebody really took care of their stuff. So I'm really glad to get this. It sounds phenomenal. Yeah, so very happy to get that. Anyway, so that's my first video in this. Oh, you know, my first one for now. Anyway, leave me comments. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to do these more. Thanks.